It was early morning on June 30, 1908, when a terrifying explosion ripped through the sky above the stony Tunguska River in Siberia. The blast was so powerful that it flattened over 80 million trees across an area of more than 820 square miles. The impact of the explosion was felt far beyond the immediate area. Reports indicate that thousands of people within a radius of 900 miles experienced the event firsthand. Later, researchers managed to collect over 700 accounts from witnesses, with many describing a fireball blazing through the sky, glowing intensely like a second sun. People spoke of a series of explosions that were so loud they created terrifying sounds that echoed across the landscape. Moments after these explosions, the ground beneath their feet began to shake violently. According to some witnesses, the earth even seemed to open wide, with the ground falling away into a vast abyss. But did these accounts truly reflect what happened? While many of these descriptions sound surreal, scientists remain uncertain about the exact cause of the event. For instance, the indigenous Yakuts and Evans believed that the fireball was sent by a deity, a sign that the end of the world was near. Meanwhile, meteorological stations across Europe recorded both atmospheric and seismic waves in the days that followed the event. Strange phenomena were observed in the skies above vast territories, reaching as far as Europe. Glowing clouds, colorful sunsets, and a weak luminescence during the night became common sights. Some even reported seeing a strange blue tube of light streaking across the sky. At the time, international newspapers speculated about the cause, with some suggesting that a powerful volcanic eruption might have been responsible. However, some scientists began to entertain the possibility that the explosion was the result of a cosmic impact. Unfortunately, access to the remote Tunguska region was extremely difficult, preventing further scientific investigation for many years. In 1921, a mineralogist named Leonid Kulik became interested in the Tunguska event after reading a newspaper article. The article claimed that passengers on the Trans-Siberian Railway had witnessed the impact firsthand, with some even claiming to have touched the still-hot meteorite. Fascinated by the story, Kulik organized an expedition to the area. Upon arriving in the nearby city of Kansk, he pored over local archives, trying to gather any credible information about the event. Kulik soon discovered that the story of the train passengers was a fabrication. However, this setback did not deter him. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, Kulik and his team set out to explore the Tunguska region. They followed the Angara River and then the Tunguska River, eventually arriving at the site of the explosion on April 13, 1927. What they found was an area littered with rotting logs, evidence of the massive force that had flattened the forest. Most of the trees in the blast zone had been completely obliterated. Shockingly, at the epicenter of the explosion, a few charred trees were still standing. However, despite their thorough exploration, Kulik and his team were unable to find an impact crater or any meteorite fragments. This baffling lack of physical evidence led to further speculation. In 1927, Kulik published his findings, suggesting that the explosion could have been caused by an iron meteorite that had detonated in the atmosphere before it reached the ground. He theorized that the swampy terrain might have obscured any impact crater that would have otherwise formed. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Kulik remained convinced that the Tunguska event was caused by a meteorite. As a result, the incident became known as the Tunguska event, named after the nearby Tunguska River. Over the years, more than 40 expeditions have explored the site, with researchers taking samples of the soil, rocks, and trees. Unfortunately, the results have been inconclusive. While seismic and air pressure wave registrations from the time of the blast are still available, no definitive evidence of a meteorite or impact site has been found. In the absence of hard data, such as a crater or meteorite fragments, numerous theories have emerged to explain the event. These theories range from plausible to highly speculative. Some have suggested that an asteroid may have skimmed the atmosphere of Earth, while others propose the existence of a primordial black hole that may have passed directly through the planet. Primordial black holes are a particularly intriguing hypothesis. Unlike the black holes formed by the collapse of massive stars, primordial black holes could have formed in the earliest moments of the universe's existence. These black holes could range from tiny, less massive than a paperclip, to massive ones weighing hundreds of thousands of solar masses. Though purely hypothetical, primordial black holes remain a popular subject of scientific speculation, and some physicists believe that they could still exist today, roaming the cosmos undetected. One theory, published in a 1973 Nature paper, posits that the Tunguska event might have been caused by a primordial black hole passing through Earth. The researchers suggested that such a black hole, with the mass of a large asteroid, could explain the lack of a crater or meteorite fragments. They also noted that the blue light observed by witnesses could align with this theory, as the radiation from the shock front would appear in the ultraviolet spectrum, which would be absorbed and re-radiated as visible light. The plasma column left behind might have looked deep blue, adding further credibility to the idea. Despite the tantalizing nature of this hypothesis, there are significant challenges to proving it. One way to test the theory would be to look for an exit wound on the opposite side of the planet. If a black hole had passed through Earth, it would have followed a nearly straight path due to its high velocity, creating minimal energy loss as it traveled. However, the lack of any such evidence weakens the case for a primordial black hole. Moreover, the idea of a black hole passing through Earth presents some alarming possibilities. If the black hole were to settle in Earth's core, its immense gravitational pull could cause catastrophic damage, potentially consuming our planet from within. Thankfully, current calculations suggest that the chances of a black hole settling in the core are minimal, as they tend to travel far too fast to linger in one place for long. In the end, the theory that a black hole caused the Tunguska event remains speculative at best. No concrete evidence has been found to support it, and we still do not know whether primordial black holes exist at all. Nonetheless, it's an exciting idea that continues to captivate the imagination of scientists and the public alike. As we look to the future, the Tunguska event remains one of Earth's greatest mysteries, sparking debates, curiosity, and endless questions about what truly transpired that fateful day. That's all for today's exploration on *Waves Discovery. If you enjoyed learning about the Tunguska event and want to delve deeper into the mysteries of our universe, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Waves Discovery. Stay curious and